Hello everyone, this is Isaiah Houston from Ground Game YuGiOh, and I'm here with
Elias. I got top 32 at YCS Richmond playing Kashtira.
No way, Kashtira?
Yeah. Back when we had Emancipators, right, and we had Block Dragon or Thunder Dragons when they had Colossus, right when those main cards got banned, people said the deck is dead. Once Block Dragon got banned, people stopped playing Emancipator. Colossus got banned, people stopped playing Thunder Dragon. When Rice Heart got banned, people thought that it got the same treatment, but if you watch any deck profile online, like everyone when they show their Kashtira deck profile, when they had a Rice Heart, they were all saying how broken the Kashtira cards were. For sure, a Rice Heart was part of the deck, right? And it was very good, obviously that's why it got banned. But all the cards, if they stay on the board for more than a turn, you're winning the game. And you have so much utility, so many big monsters, like the cards are still broken. Like it's not just a Rice Heart that was good, it's just the deck in general is really, really good. Even though Rice Heart is not here, I think the deck is still very, very good and can compete in this format.
So you would run it back if there was YCS next week?
Oh, 100%. I mean, my loss in top 32, I misplayed. Like, it has nothing to do with my list. I feel like my list performed really, really well. I ended the day with 9-0-2 in Swiss. I got 6th after Swiss. And I only had draws due to time. No losses.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see the list, but you want to give some shout outs first?
Shout outs to all my friends that I came here with. Obviously, shout outs to Henry, soon to be unbanned. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, let's get into it.
Alright, so for starters, I played 3 Fenrir, obviously, 3 Rice Heart. You kind of need to play 3 just for consistency. It's also good to see in the mid game or late game just to banish a Theosis and get back your resources. It also works really, really well with another card that I'm going to show you later. 2 Unicorn, Scareclaw, you have to play it. And my favorite Kashtira monster, Kashtira Ogre. So I play really, really wide. I make a really big board with all the monsters with Ogre, Unicorn, and Fenrir. If these cards stick on the board for more than a turn, you're kind of winning the game. These cards are huge. They're getting you to the continuous spell card. They're getting you more monsters. And Ogre, especially being 28 with a field spell, most of the times he goes to above 3k. It's really, really big. He can punch over almost anything. And looking at your opponent's top 5, seeing what they're going to draw, banishing either that or the next card, so you kind of like know which card they're going to draw, is kind of insane and can seal the deal. So this card was really, really good for me. For hand traps, I played 3 Shifter, 3 Ash, and 1 Mourner. This was actually like the best hand trap in my deck. When I saw it, it was really, really good. But even though when I didn't see it, it's fine. And the other cards were still really good. I didn't get to Shifter people that much today, which kind of sucks. There was multiple times where I saw multiple Shifters, so that wasn't great. It was okay. Ash is Ash. But this card was really good. Just against Rescue Ace. I played against, I think, 7 Rescue Ace. It was crazy today. Then for spells, I played 3 Pressure Planet, Terraforming, just for consistency. Birth, if this card sticks on the board for more than a turn, you're winning the game. Theosis, and then Prosperity, pretty much Engine.
So no Ken and Jen, I see.
Yeah, no Ken and Jen. We're not Kenning and Jenning. Now this is the part of the deck that I'm gonna get a lot of shit for. This is my theory of one-ofs that I incorporate into my decks. So you're gonna be like, what the heck? But 1 enemy controller, 1 Droplet. Droplets was actually amazing. A lot of people think that Droplets is bad in the deck, but a Rice Heart is not in the deck. Alright, so the only time that Droplets is dead is when you Shifter, which is still fine because if you Shifter, you're probably getting another turn, right? So then when you do have a turn, Droplets is gonna be live. So yeah, so Droplets was amazing. Enemy controller, when I saw it, it was good. 1 Duster, 1 Talents, the worst card in my whole entire deck this weekend. Thrust, and the MVP, absolute best spell card in my deck is Monster Reborn. This card, the amount of games that this card won me is insane. And every time I would thrust into Monster Reborn. Even if your opponent hand traps you, you could like rip with Unicorn and then Monster Reborn their Ash and then go into Barone. So that's kind of crazy. You could reborn your own Shifter to Shifter again. That came up, which was crazy. In the mid to late game, this card is a bomb card. Gets you back anything that they negated or they tried to get rid of. Bringing back your extra deck monsters. It's just, it was insane. And then Talents is basically like you're playing 2 more of all these, which was pretty cool. Thrust. For traps, just 3 Imperm. And then Preparations, which was, again, really, really good. You kind of have to play with this card in your deck. You can't just like search it and then whatever. You kind of have to set it up, which is fine. I think the fact that Rice Heart can banish any monster and then this brings it back is crazy. Most decks like Rescue Ace and Tier Limit use trap effects, so it makes them play really, really weird when you have this card set up. But it's an easy side out too, going second most of the time.
That card triggers when they go like Selic and stuff too, right?
Exactly, yeah. It's on effect or activation, on resolution.
When you played a regional, I believe you was playing the Scareclaw stuff. Why'd you cut that?
It was kind of like conflicting with Shifter, playing into Bestials, just playing into too many things that I didn't like. I was also having a weird hands with like Arrival and Visas, But I'm definitely going to revisit that idea. I think it's pretty good. For the extra deck, I played 2 Stringer Era. I'm pretty sure you could play 1. I never went into 2. Dark Armed, he's really, really good. Big guy, Draco's Hack to add skill drain. Flare Metal, number 76. Phenomenal.
What does that card do?
So it's kind of like a DD Crow quick effect. So you can take any monster and it becomes a material, and then it gains the attribute of that card. And then this card can be destroyed by card effects by monsters with that attribute. So it's really good against tier. It's pretty much like a DD Crow against tier. Pretty good against Enchained or hitting like certain crucial cards in the grave. MVP package, the Odd Eyes package. This was amazing. No one saw this coming, really. Like, with a simple just Fenrir. Just Spider Summon Fenrir, search Rise Heart, normal summon Rise Heart, banish anything. Just go into this, link it off for Gravity Controller, and then activate effect, summon Rebellion, and then just slap this on top, and then you have 10k damage, which is kind of crazy. So with a 1 card, having this play is really, really good. You kind of like don't play into Mickey Mouse cards with this. And you could, like, because you're using 1 card to do this whole play, you could do that first, and then, like, Zeus afterwards. And then, if that doesn't resolve, like, they have the negates or whatever, then you'll start playing the game. Like, this will bait everything.
You don't even have to use your birth. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you don't have to use birth or anything. And then Zeus, and then his enemy or whatever. This was also really, really good. Barone, SP Little Knight. SP Little Knight was good. I thought it was mandatory, but it's really not. But sometimes you can make it, some weird hands, you can make it. It lets you play around the cards that you lose to, which is evenly. Talents into taking, Shanger Era, attacking, and going into Zeus. So this could like banish your cards, so you could play on another turn, but it's not mandatory, but it's good to have.
But it came up for you.
Yeah, it came up. This card, I mean, you kind of have to play it. Then for the side deck, 3 Droll. This card is horrible. I wouldn't play it again. Theory of 1-ofs again, continuing. Lava Golem, 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Evenly, and 1 Dimensional Fissure. So I know what people are gonna say, like these cards look weird, I understand, but yeah, they're 1-ofs, but they have a certain role in the deck, right? So they're like going second cards against certain decks, right, in certain scenarios. So you kind of like want this going first, so this plus 3 Dimension Shifters like increases your odds of you seeing a floodgate, quote unquote. But what's really cool about all these cards is, especially these 2, you can get off Thrust, which is cool, but you also have Talents, right? So Talents kind of increases your consistency of seeing these cards going second. So you're drawing your 6 for turn, so you already have a higher chance of seeing a 1-of, and then you're playing Triple Prosperity, so you're seeing 6, and then you also play Thrust. So it's not guaranteed, and it's not like, you know, the consistent way to see a singular card, but this gives you a lot of versatility. It can happen, and it did happen. These cards were all really, really good. And then I played some going first cards, Judgment. You kind of have to play in Kashtira. It covers what you lose to, so this was really good against literally anything. You just put it in. And then 2 Anti-Spell. I know it looks weird playing 2 Anti-Spell. Again, going first, I was losing games that like I had 1 push and Anti-Spell, and I would get ashed, and then I kind of lock myself under my own Anti-Spell, so that I hated when that happened. So playing 2 Anti-Spell, it reduces the chances of you seeing multiple Anti-Spell, so that's good. But you still have a decent chance to see it, and then again with Prosperity, you can get into it. And if you don't draw it, you're probably drawing another card that's good in your deck. That's my theory for playing 2.
So you didn't like Summon Limit?
Summon Limit's good, I'm not gonna lie. I really thought about it, but 1, I didn't have room in the side deck, I felt like, and 2, it didn't really cover what I was losing to. I was mainly losing to Talents and Thrust. So I knew that I needed to play a card like this. Also, I know it's decent against Vanadium, right? And I don't want to lose to board breakers. I know Vanadium play like Lightning Storm and Harpies and stuff like that. So this covers that. And if I could keep my birth up, I'm winning the game. And that's pretty much it.
All right, interesting deck, and congrats on the top 32. Looking forward to see more success from you in the future.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Stand your ground, everyone.
Stand your ground.